So one of the purposes of this channel is about education, about this page, is to provide good information in order to try and combat lots of the not so good information that's out there available for free on social media. One of the things that happens with my Facebook page is I don't allow, and my YouTube channel, is I don't allow it for other people to use as a platform to argue against my point of view. Okay, and it's not mine. I've learnt positive reinforcement training from some of the best animal trainers in the world, and it is my firmly held belief, based on evidence, that it's the best way to train, that we can train without using corrections and without being hard to our dog. Now that's what I believe, based on evidence. Okay, and I don't want these my social media, which is an arm of my business, being an avenue for people to come in and potentially educate others that this way, the way that I train is, or the way that I advocate that we should train is wrong. Okay, so that's just to clarify some of those points, because when I put videos up like this, it very often gets some sort of engagement for people wanting to be argumentative and so on. Okay, so it's just to let you know. So with that said, one of the things that I'll do is I do my absolute damnedest to make sure that I don't say no to the animals that I'm working with. Okay, and to give you an example of that, with Logan, if we one of the things that he had found really challenging when we started working with him is that he would clamp onto something, so a branch or a traffic cone or something like that, and wouldn't let go. Okay, now one way that I could have done that was I could have told him, I could have corrected him for doing it. Okay, but the way that I decided was a better way to train, and especially for him, was for me to teach him to do what I wanted him to do, and that was about providing an avenue again for him to come to me for reinforcement. Okay, so rather than saying no, don't do this, what I was saying is I would rather you do this instead, and teach him that well enough that he understood, and then he could make the decision that when he saw a traffic cone, or when he started getting wound up, or when he saw a piece of wood, that he could make that decision to come away on his own. And when you see us working down here, and if you've watched some of my previous videos on this, you can see the work that I do of calling him, putting him onto the rope swing, and then calling him off, and then putting him on and calling him off. So switching between the Kong and the rope swing, that's all done so that I don't have to say no to him and I don't have to correct him. Okay, all right, so I'll put some more videos up in this series, and we'll talk about saying no to your dog and why I don't say no to the dogs that I work with.